I tell you right now, a lot of things we're doing, not legal at all. Because is not legal. But I haven't been caught. Gotta catch me first.
This guy openly brags online that his haunted house attraction is so scary, it's not even legal.
You guys have lost your damn minds.
Because of this, everyone's been trying to shut this place down.
Thousands have signed a petition to shut down Mckamey Manor.
A lot of people who have been badly injured from this haunted house have even gone to the police.
I want this man to be in prison.
But every time, law enforcement can't do anything. And the fact that this haunted house just continues to operate without any legal consequences seems to confuse a lot of people. But I finally figured out why.
She could not say who exactly beat her up.
Couldn't the detective just look at the raw footage from when it happened and then make a decision on like what's happening, or why not?
The only footage that was ever got out was the edited footage that Russ would put out.
If you look up Russ's YouTube channel, he actually has videos of every single person that shows up to his house. But the problem the police have is he edits the videos to only show the person as they show up.
Today's the day for my Mckamey Manor tour.
And as they're leaving.
That thing right there, I'm never gonna be the same again.
And no one has ever seen footage of the person when they're actually inside his haunted house.
I can't show all the I don't want to go to jail.
Until someone provides the police with video proof, the police can't do anything.
Mckamey Manor, we know it's a mystery to local law enforcement in Madison County.
The mayor out there, they all said the same thing. We would love to shut him down, but we can't.
There's no stopping me. There's no stopping the king.
Russ is going to regret saying this very soon because I just found out a piece of information that might be able to get me all of this footage. I actually heard about this information from the director of a different Mckamey Manor documentary.
We wanted to actually go to Sundance festivals and put in our own documentary and stuff. So a lot of it, I'm not going to give out secrets.
But she did end up giving me one secret, which is that Russ lost his hard drive. Like, his hard drive containing the raw, unedited footage of every single person when they're actually inside Mckamey Manor.
So there is Russia's hard drive that was being sold, and it had all the San Diego tourists on it. There are a few people who claim to have this so-called footage.
Wait, really?
Yes.
So here's the plan for this video. Find Russ's lost hard drive so we can release all of the footage and finally get Mckamey Manor shut down. And immediately I run into my first problem, which is that nobody knows where this hard drive is. The only thing we know is that it is somewhere here on Earth. So we kept talking, and this director started to tell me a little bit more about the documentary she's making.
We want to focus on the haters, per se.
So it's basically a hit piece on the Mckamey Manor haters.
Yes.
Okay, something's not right. If this girl's documentary is trying to take down the Mckamey Manor haters, then she's probably on Mckamey Manor's side. So why would she be telling me about a hard drive that could destroy Mckamey Manor? Yeah, something's not making sense. So I decided to talk to the most trustworthy person I know, the Wolf. This is Russ's arch nemesis, the guy who literally created the Mckamey Manor Exposed Facebook page. So if Russ really did lose his hard drive, then this guy would definitely be the person to talk to about it. She said it's not in Russ's possession, but she doesn't know where it's at, but she said there is a hard drive out there that contains every secret of everything ever. And
you can't. I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like that. You can't really go by what she says, though. Like I said,
just like I suspected, this woman's working with Mckamey Manor. So I guess the story that Russ lost his hard drive, it was just a story they made up, which I probably should have seen this coming. Russ makes up stories about his haunted house all the time.
And I think everybody knows I use hypnosis. That's not a secret.
Yeah, he does this because he knows that these rumors go super viral, and it ends up actually being tons of free publicity for his haunted house.
There's some sort of hypnosis involved where they hypnotize you to make you even more scared.
It seems like everyone online falls for these rumors, including me.
I've never seen the hard drive or looked at it, and honestly, part of me wouldn't be surprised if it's sort of like another Russ red herring. But, well, no, it can't be.
Wait. Russ actually did lose his hard drive? I don't know, but this girl definitely has a lot more credibility because she's not working with Mckamey Manor. In fact, she actually went through Mckamey Manor herself, and this is what happened when she showed up.
He interrogated the shit out of me about where the hard drive was. He was like legitimately interrogating me. Like it got bad enough where it was Rich actually who had to like pull me out.
So maybe Russ really did lose his hard drive because he interrogated this girl pretty hard about it. Or this is just another story he made up to make this girl's haunted house experience seem even scarier. Yeah, it kind of seems like this is just a fake story. I mean, he does this all the time. Like, for example, he told this girl when she was going through the haunted house that she was a part of a red room and secret people in Vegas were watching.
I'm sorry I wasted your time, Vegas.
Apologize to Las Vegas now, say it.
I'm sorry, Vegas. I'm sorry I wasted your time.
So I finally decided that Russ losing his hard drive is just a make-believe story. But then something else happened that finally made me realize I was completely wrong. It actually happened in a Patreon video. Yeah, I prank called Russ to make him think that I hacked into his phone.
How did you even hack into my phone?
I don't know, I just learned coding last night.
What started out as just a simple prank call soon got very dark.
Have you hacked into anything else? What else have you hacked into?
That's it, I think.
You don't know? You sound like you're kind of not sure about that.
As you guys can all see, I am currently not going through Mckamey Manor, so if we go back to our two options, Russ is either really committed to this fake story he made up for some reason, or he really did lose his hard drive. It has a lot of illegal stuff on it, and he does not want me to find it. Well, there's only one way to find out for sure. So I opened my computer and rewatched everything to search for clues.
Like it got bad enough where it was Rich actually who had to like pull me out. Bad enough where it was Rich actually.
My first clue, there was a witness there named Rich. No matter how hard I looked for him online, nothing came up. So I decided to go with more of a grassroots approach. I just went to the Mckamey Manor Exposed Facebook page and messaged every single person if they've ever heard of a guy named Rich.
The only thing I can think you're talking about is Rich Ponder. He went by Anthony Silvas. That was his character name.
Oh. Yep. Okay, now I found him. I did some research on this Rich guy. And he's apparently the owner of another extreme haunted house. He calls it Catus Silvis, which translates to murder in the woods.
We have a party planned for you.
This video clip is literally the only video I could find of Rich online. I literally researched him for like 2 days and couldn't find anything else until I found this.
They saw Russ, and one of them was a fan.
There you go. All right, man. All right, guys.
At this point, it looks like these are the only 2 video clips that even exist of Rich online. So there's only one thing to do, which is travel all the way across the country to the Catus Silvis haunted house. And right as we got to this haunted house, I remembered something very important, which is that Mckamey Manor is still suing me. My lawyers have all said I can't do anything Mckamey Manor related until this whole lawsuit's resolved. So if I go and find this hard drive and then leak all of Russ's secrets to the world, yeah, that's exactly what my lawyers would not want me to do. But I have a solution to all of this, and I'm gonna end this lawsuit right here, right now. So I called up Kelly, the woman who's suing me on behalf of Mckamey Manor.
The argument that I have is that you're definitely being biased, so.
For those of you who've actually been following up with my lawsuit, you would see that Kelly and I have never actually had a constructive conversation.
You can kind of tell me the part where I was wrong, and then that way I can take that out of the video.
So instead of persuading Kelly not to sue me, I'm gonna hire her as a legal employee of the Reckless Ben team. Her job is to be my official fact checker for the rest of the documentary.
But do you understand what you're saying right now? You're asking me to validate your footage to put out there on a hit piece against Mckamey Manor.
Kelly can't sue the documentary for giving out false information if she's the fact checker, or else she'd just be suing herself, I think. So it was safe to exit the car and talk to Catus Silvis. It is absolutely storming, wow.
It was very nice weather until we
We found some shelter, and the first thing I wanted to know was how Kata Silvis was connected to Mckamey Manor.
Business-wise, Russ had a name for himself, so it was the easiest way to get our names out there as well.
After Kata Silvis met Russ at the haunted house convention, they thought it'd be good business to work together. They thought this because all of the big news outlets were saying this.
We're probably the most famous haunt in the world.
From everything they ever read online, it said that Mckamey Manor was the most famous haunted house in the entire world. They didn't know that the haunted house they were about to work for doesn't even exist.
Obviously, it all backfired in our face.
The first thing Russ told them was before they were allowed to work together, they all had to go through his haunted house themselves.
So he told me I was going to have a kiddie tour is what he called it. You know, we're going to make you go through the longest, like, for business-wise, for publicity, right?
Tell me how long you're gonna last.
I don't know. It depends on what you do to me, but
It's easy. You're gonna get such an easy little tour.
Well, that's not what happened. Not at all. He put earmuffs on me. He blindfolded me, chained my hands to the truck, and he drove through the gravel.
Oh, that looks so painful.
I was bedridden for 2 weeks.
This is a picture the guy said he took a day after to show the damage this did to his body. But legally, before we go any further, I should probably run it by Kelly first, just to make sure all the facts are correct.
I don't recall anyone named Russ. Does he have his video from his tour that you can validate that he's telling you the truth?
Yeah, Kelly doesn't believe it. She said unless there's video proof that he was actually there, then he's probably just lying.
So what happened to the footage then? Is that
It's somewhere.
If this video actually does exist, my guess is it's on Russ's lost hard drive. Until someone finds it and releases all the footage, no one's ever gonna take these stories seriously.
We've seen our fair share of what he's capable of doing.
However, these guys had another experience with Russ, and it was the day that this girl showed up to Mckamey Manor.
He interrogated the shit out of me about where the hard drive was.
I don't think she'll be much of a threat for Kata Silvis, that's for sure.
really quick? I think it might be a conspiracy, but I wanted to bring it up just in case. Russ was like, we're going to intentionally hurt this person when they go through the manor. Like, we're going to intentionally break their bones and stuff. And then, like, Katus, like, wasn't cool with it.
That's true.
But was he playing a character, you know, like, just to make it scarier? Or was he legit?
I think he was legit because
he
was nice to this contestant, bringing her back to the manor because she had already done it before. And then turned around, like, after she got there and he got her hooked up and stuff, just started interrogating on her. And we quietly removed ourselves from his page, started our own page, and made our own thing right there on the spot. And we're like, we do not condone in anything that this man is now saying. No.
So if these guys are telling the truth, then Russ really did lose his hard drive, and he's scared that someone's going to find it soon. But as we were talking, I noticed that Rich, the guy who actually had to jump in and save this girl, he wasn't there.
Like, it got bad enough where it was Rich, actually, who had to, like, pull me out.
But the moment I brought up his name, things got weird.
Rich Ponder?
I mean, I'm honestly, with him, I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Okay, if you guys don't want to say anything about it, it's cool, but
that got really bad.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. Stop. This one's a stop.
Stop the camera. Stop the recording.
There's something really weird about this Rich guy. First off, he doesn't even work with Kata Silvis anymore. He deleted everything off social media. There's no way to contact him. He's literally completely disappeared from, like, the internet and everything. These guys told me I'm at a complete dead end on my mission to find Rich. But do you guys really think I stop at dead ends? Heck no. Instead, I went deep down the internet and found a guy. Even though the guy was anonymous, he said he would help me score my interview with Rich.
I offered him $1,000, like you said, and he wasn't interested. You know, with Rich, it's not really about the money, right? And it's not not his agent or anything. I can't fucking stand it.
Whatever's keeping Rich from interacting with the rest of the world, this guy couldn't even figure it out. So the only option left is to show up to his house.
We're almost to his house. Okay, we're here.
Sadly, I mean, it probably was to be expected though. Rich declined to do an interview with us. But we started telling him about our plan to take down Mckamey Manor, and it actually turned into a pretty cool conversation. And eventually I was just like, yo, is it cool if I film this? And he was like, okay.
We're here to stop it once and for all.
You're not going to.
We're not going to? You don't think so?
You know how much shit is out there and how many people have gone after him, tried to go after him legally? You guys don't even know. You guys are new to the game. You're not the first one. There's 2 other people doing documentaries on him.
But ours is going to be the most entertaining.
Some people with some really big budgets doing the same shit.
At this point, if Rich isn't going to do an interview with us, then maybe we should just start asking him some questions and see if he'll answer. So the first question I asked was the day he decided to collaborate with Mckamey Manor. The day that Russ interrogated this girl.
We do the show. I really don't like the way it went. I almost knocked a couple motherfuckers out and then walked out of it. If I hadn't intervened, they would have hurt her. We, as Katie Silvas, did not get rough with her. We're a bunch of big fucking dudes. It's easy to beat up somebody smaller than us. It's shitty. But Russ slapped the shit out of her.
But then Rich told us how this is all connected to Russ's lost hard drive.
Our deal that I personally made with Russ, I'm like, listen, you film it, we get copies of everything. I wanted our footage. That's it. And what I got was a whole lot more than that.
So I think if we could have some type of like footage to show him, I think we would really put him in like a sticky situation, you know? And
I'll show you the video.
Wait, if Rich is gonna show us this video, then I'm pretty sure that means Rich is the one who has this hard drive.
I had it all on a hard drive. This place flooded. You look over there, that patch, my upstairs neighbor's water heater came through the ceiling and exploded.
Dang.
Flooded this whole place and destroyed this computer. Right here.
Really? Dang. You had it on a hard drive?
Yeah.
Is it still on the computer, or do you still have the computer?
Well, the hard drive itself's been destroyed.
Dang. I was gonna say I could take it.
I tried to recover it.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you try recovering it?
Took it to some people that work for the government.
And not even they were able to recover it? So that was the last of the footage, and it's all deleted now.
At this moment, I realized I went to so much work to track this guy down so I could find Russ's lost hard drive. And I was too late. So we cut the cameras. But we did kinda forget to stop the audio from recording on our phones.
I couldn't, even though me and don't talk no more because the Katie Silvas breakup, I would need his express permission.
Do you have tour?
His Mckamey tour? It was on that hard drive, yeah.
It's weird that he also said I'd still need complete permission.
Yeah, that kind of meant like he had it.
Yeah.
We were all very suspicious of what Rich meant when he said this, so we asked the anonymous man from before.
He said almost like verbatim, if I were to give you his tour, I would need his express permission, implying very heavily that he still has a copy of it.
Yeah.
And like when he said that shit, like I just like I did a double take. I was like,
when we say that this guy had a leak and stuff, what's your first initial thought to that?
It sounds like an excuse. I only know because I've seen what's on the hard drive. I've seen, he showed it to me. Rich is a Russ 2.0. You know what they say, it's your own reflection that you hate the most, right?
But I didn't just ask this anonymous guy. I also asked all the people that responded to my crazy Facebook spamming from before.
Said he got it, he said that the government tried extracting it for him, and the government couldn't even do it.
The government?
That's what he said. Now that I'm saying it, sounds kind of crazy.
Okay, so good news. Rich is definitely lying and still has the hard drive. But the bad news is he's not going to give it to anyone. He straight up told us that there's tons of other people with much bigger budgets than us out there doing the exact same thing.
People with some really big budgets doing the same shit.
But after the cameras were off, Rich started to describe who these guys were.
John Schnitzer. That guy just would not shut up about this fucking hard drive.
I'm John Schnitzer, and I'm the director and producer of Haunters.
This guy created the Netflix original, Haunters. This movie made it look like Russ had the craziest, scariest haunted house in the entire world. Yeah, basically, the movie just promoted Russ's scam.
I believe I have captured Russ exactly how he is.
So when hearing this, the biggest question I had was, well, why does he want this hard drive? My question was quickly answered, though, when a moderator from Mckamey Manor called me. She was warning me not to ask Rich any more questions.
Yeah, but like, aren't these like pretty fair questions we're asking, though?
Yeah, I won't say that they're not fair, but the fact that you are a big influencer on social media,
And I'm asking
I
fair
think
questions.
that it's
That's a
getting
good
to
thing to
more
do, right?
people.
Isn't that a good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know that he does have films coming out with him in it.
All right, guys. She's doing really good tonight.
So, you know, if they twist anything that was supposed to be positive about him into a negative because of your videos, yeah, that's gonna hurt him.
And you think they might twist them because they saw my videos?
Yeah, I mean, they could question him on things that he doesn't want to be questioned about.
Aren't questions good? Isn't that what like Albert Einstein said? It was like ask questions, and he's like the smartest man in the world.
Yeah, but not if it's gonna call you out on something that you do.
So according to Mckamey Manor, this guy watched my videos and decided now he's going to make a second documentary on Mckamey Manor. But instead of promoting them this time, now it's going to be an absolute hit piece. So that's good news. But the bad news is this guy couldn't even get a hold of the hard drive. And he had a budget, a team, and pretty much all the resources that I don't have as a YouTuber. So if this guy wasn't able to get a hold of the footage, then how the heck is someone like me supposed to get a hold of it? I don't know.
That's the only one in existence. There's no other hard drive in like existence anywhere.
None that I know of, unless has one, but I don't think he does. Like I said, I thought he destroyed his copy.
I don't even know if this is good news, but at some point, there was a copy of this hard drive made. So I asked who had it, and the response was, he's completely off the internet now. There's no way to contact him. You're at a dead end. Well, that's the exact same thing I was told about Rich. So I decided to investigate.
Yo, what's up? How's it going?
The Wolf, the guy who created the Mckamey Manor Exposed Facebook page, said a long time ago he actually used to know this guy because he was in charge of a big Mckamey Manor group also called Exposing Mckamey Manor. The Wolf explained that this was the original anti-Mckamey Manor group, but the Wolf left because there was just too much drama.
I mean, it was just a world of drama.
When I asked what all the drama was about, the Wolf told me that the creator of this Facebook page started bragging to everybody that he had a thing he called the nail in the coffin. He told everybody that he was going to use this nail in the coffin to take down Mckamey Manor. And right before he fulfilled his promise, he pulled the ultimate Uno reverse card. He deleted everything, and no one has ever heard from him since.
Just a world of drama. Like everybody hated
But they're
everybody.
doing Russ a favor by keeping that stuff,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. That was my point. I was like, listen, we should all get along. We're all doing the same thing here. Nobody would listen to that. And then, like, those groups just fell apart. That's why I branched off. I was like, I can't take the drama anymore. Nobody's on the same page. Everybody's fighting with each other, not going against Russ. And it turned into the point where it wasn't even about Russ anymore.
So the Wolf left and started his own Facebook page, Mckamey Manor Exposed. To make his page different, he put the word exposed after the words Mckamey Manor. Ooh. But I took a look in the original Exposing Mckamey Manor group and saw the page was still somewhat active.
So his group is now being taken over by a guy named JR, I think his name is.
So I reached out to him.
We're trying to find what's called the mysterious hard drive. And do you know about it?
Yeah, I know about it. And from what you told me, that was like the ultimate nail in the coffin for Russ, but then just kind of like disappeared. It's kind of like just went off the radar, and everybody's left like And I'm kind of the same. Like, well, damn, if you're gonna put the nail in the coffin, like, what are you waiting for? Like, do it. Don't sit and hold on to something for, fucking 20 years, and then Russ winds up dead and nothing ever comes of it. Because in the meantime, Russ has still got people coming out there. What good is it doing? If you're never gonna use it, why did you even get it to begin with? Because somebody needs to get it. I mean, somebody needs to do something with it if you're not going to. I mean, I never even got to see it, and me and him's been friends for years. Kind of drifted away from him too because, I'm friends with him on PlayStation.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm friends with him on PlayStation.
Next time you see him online, you could like message him on PS4 or something. I've never played PS4, but is he online right now?
Let me go look. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, he is online. He's playing Final Fantasy.
Oh, really? Dang, dude.
Yeah. All right, I sent him a message, see what he says.
I negotiated with this guy through a PS4 until eventually he said he would get on an actual phone call with me. There was really only one thing that I wanted to ask him. I was told that you claim that you have the nail in the coffin for Russ. Like, what's on this hard drive will end Mckamey Manor. And this Hulu guy wants to make a documentary, about it. So I guess the first thing I was wondering is, what was your reasoning for not giving him the hard drive?
Well, to be honest with you, man, the hard drive thing is really, really complicated. So
this guy told me that everything I've heard about him so far is true.
When John called me, he harassed the hell out of me for that thing, man. Like, just pressed me so hard about it.
But he told me there's a second side to this story, and it's a side that no one's ever heard before.
I was open about it, and that's where I effed up. I should have never been so open about it.
Uh-huh.
But I felt like I had the nail in the coffin in my hand.
Basically, he took a picture of it and posted it to his Instagram.
I wanted him to know, I had it in my hand, bro, and then just everything started falling apart. Russ did a live stream video.
There's some really bad people out there, and he's one of those individuals.
During this live stream, Russ told everyone watching to attack this guy.
Put my address and my phone number out there, saying that I was trying to hurt myself. People were finding my family members. A cop showed up at my house, my kid's mom. We went through so much stuff with that. She told me, that's it, I'm gonna file for custody, and I told people I don't have it anymore.
He then decided to upload one more video, and it was the last video this guy would ever upload.
When I started this thing, man, I wanted to shut Russ down, or at least beat him down to where he'd never recover. I've been fired from 2 jobs because of fucking trolls. I'm depressed, I'm fucking miserable, I'm sick, I've lost everybody who meant anything to me. Right now, there is nothing nobody can do to shut Russ down. Nothing. Can you prove it? No, not unless you go and video the whole thing. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm not saying this is the official end forever, but if it is, thank you guys for everything you did for us. And I guess this is me signing off. Peace out, guys.
With all the years of work this guy put in to try to take down Mckamey Manor, he was so close, but had to throw it all in the garbage.
So, I left Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. I left all of it.
And what's sad is, this guy wants to see Mckamey Manor taken down more than anyone.
I don't think I've ever despised someone as much as I despise that dude Russ.
But he physically doesn't feel safe to put the nail in the coffin. And I've had this problem with every single person I've talked to so far. The problem is, once you find out the truth about Mckamey Manor, Russ comes after you to make you stay quiet.
Why didn't you just go to the police at that point?
Doxing, where we lived, where we worked.
Because he wanted his secret to stay a secret.
Yep.
If it was just me, I wouldn't give 2 shits. But when you mess with my friends, my family, and they had no part of it.
And I guarantee you, he still does that. Guarantee you.
He would go and put something out online in the groups and say, oh, this person is now our enemy, to the point where people were considering suicide.
Russ can convince his followers to do anything, and could probably convince somebody to kill for him. I mean, he's just that I don't know, he's that good at brainwashing.
Not only does Russ fuck you over, but then his cult goes after you. You've heard the horror stories about that shit. I mean, it's all real.
Every single person I've talked to who found out what Mckamey Manor really is had to publicly lie in order to feel safe.
Awesome. I'm really glad I did this.
But I think we can all agree that Russ's blackmail has gone on for long enough. I want to tell you a plan that I thought of for my documentary. This would be my grand finale stunt. The plan is I'm going to get pizza with Russ. Hear me out on this. I finally realized how to find this hard drive. If this is something a big budget documentary can't accomplish, then I gotta stop thinking like a big budget documentary and start thinking like a YouTuber. Picture this. Director John walks into a meeting. They're all coming up with ideas on how to get this hard drive. And John says, I know, we're gonna get pizza with Russ. Well, they would all laugh at him. They'd be like, you're stupid, John. How is getting pizza with Russ gonna somehow get us a hold of this hard drive? But YouTube's completely different. This was our planning session. Once Russ gets pizza with us, it will be the end of Mckamey Manor.
Insane.
If the plan we just came up with confuses you, then good. If you guys are confused, just think about how confused Russ is gonna be. After every contestant that goes through Mckamey Manor gives up, before Russ just sends them home, he always asks them if they want to join him for a pizza dinner.
After they did everything they did, they invited me to stay and eat pizza with them. Let me just like beat the shit out of you and hey, you know, are you hungry? You want some pizza?
This is just a guess, but I'm guessing that Russ probably got rejected a lot.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I went to the ER because I knew I was in bad shape.
So when I just got done with Mckamey Manor, I wanted to completely make Russ's day.
So, pizza? Yeah, we can meet up someplace.
The last thing I was expecting was for him to just immediately change his mind.
I'll have to say no tonight for me. Sorry, guys.
So, fast forward a little bit. Mckamey Manor and I are now at war with each other. I just created my own company called Mckamey Manor.
For this video, we got one of them taken down.
So, because we're at war, I thought it'd be funny to leak this video to the internet. So this is my 10-step plan on how to take down Mckamey Manor. So the 9th and final step is we're gonna get pizza with Russ. And that is how we're gonna take down Mckamey. Obviously, it was just a joke. I mean, there's no reality where us getting pizza with Russ would somehow have a cause and effect to take down Mckamey Manor. But when Russ saw the video, he didn't get the joke. I think he took everything I said literally because the next week I trapped him in a contract saying he either had to get pizza with us or he was going to jail.
You're a great contract, not get pizza? Not today.
Russ actually chose jail time over just my simple pizza request, which is proof enough for me that he believes everything I said. The only way he's getting pizza with us now is if he felt like he was somehow put in a position where he was so powerless, his only option left was to get pizza with us. At this point, if Russ really does lose all this power, he's not going to be able to effectively blackmail anyone. At this point, I won't even have to ask this guy for the hard drive. He'll just release it himself.
Oh, man. But... man, I don't know, bro. I want some revenge on this guy. Honestly, he ruined my life.
Well, I guess I'll take that as a yes. Now it's time to somehow convince Russ to eat pizza with us. So the first thing I did was I made a sleeper cell with secret agents, and I posted my evil plan to the Mckamey Manor Facebook page.
I've assembled a fierce sleeper cell of secret agents that will sign up for your tours every single week.
Agree to eat pizza with me, Russ. That's literally my only request. The first secret agent is my friend Jackson. He privated everything about him online in order to make a fake backstory for himself.
So where are you coming from?
Just Virginia.
Oh, that's close. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Russ was paranoid when he heard that I was going to send in a secret agent every single week. So they made him do a bunch of weird things to prove he's not a secret agent. Russ, if you're watching, you got to make these tests harder. I mean, out of the 17,000 people that you have signed up for your haunted house, you chose the one secret agent that I signed up. But now it's time to strategize, because when I went to Mckamey Manor, right as I was about to enter this haunted house, His phone battery died, so he couldn't let me go inside.
My low battery just come on. On me it did? Come on out.
So my friend Danny signed up, and I told him just get into the haunted house as fast as you can before Russ's phone dies.
Why can't I do that already? That's what I came here for.
No. Because he asked to go inside the haunted house, they threw him out.
I can't have you, like, question everything.
But now, the experiment with Jackson is what happens if Jackson just follows all of Russ's orders, like, perfectly. Like, he's not going to ask a single question. He's going to be the perfect contestant. But at the same time, he's not going to let Russ use any excuse on why he can't enter the haunted house. I think we're actually going to put you in a situation where they're not going to know what to do. Like, but let's be real. Pretty much the only goal is to convince Russ to get pizza with us. But as you can all see in this next clip, it's going to be harder than we think. Do you think Russ would ever get pizza with us?
No.
Yeah, getting pizza with us is now the last thing Russ will ever do. So if we want any chance of succeeding, we're going to have to think of something Russ will never, ever see coming. So first, I signed up to be a legal Uber driver.
I'm an Uber driver now.
Yeah. At some point, when Jackson fails to get into the haunted house, he's going to call an Uber to pick him up. And one thing you guys might not know about Summertown, Tennessee is there are pretty much no Ubers anywhere. So the odds that Jackson picks me to be his Uber driver is pretty much 100%. Now that I have a legal excuse to be at Russ's house, I will then pull out my phone and order pizza from DoorDash, which the DoorDash driver will be Danny, my friend who went through Mckamey Manor last week.
Pizza's ready, Russ. I'm coming.
But there's still one big problem with our plan, which is that Russ is probably going to decline the pizza. So to give us 100% certainty that Russ will eat this pizza, I decided to change a clause in Jackson's NDA to say this. Russ agrees to allow Ben Schneider, Daniel Burke, and Jackson to stay on the property of Mckamey Manor until Russ Mckamey completely finishes eating at least 3 slices of pizza. I think it's good. Yeah. That way he can't kick us out of his property if we show up. Boom! The plan is now foolproof. Yeah, Russ should probably stop giving us the contract to sign and then give back to him to sign. I mean, this is like the 3rd time it's happened now. Now we don't have to worry about him going against contract because we can just follow it. But with that, we sent Jackson into Mckamey Manor.
Say hello, everybody.
How's it going, guys?
We waited right around the corner for the signal, and so far, the plan is going exactly as we planned. Jackson was, for some reason, not allowed to enter the haunted house.
This is not the tour. This is not the tour. Tour comes later.
Instead, Russ decided to distract him by telling him to do exercises.
Get those legs up.
Jackson was sticking to plan and did everything that Russ told him to do perfectly.
Come this way, boom, into the tree. Oh, he's on the down.
Okay, maybe not perfectly, but he did his best. After about 2 hours of this, Russ was getting pretty ticked off that these exercises weren't making Jackson give up.
Beg right now for that baby tour. You need it.
Begging for the baby tour.
I give up. I freaking give up. This is ridiculous. Not fun. I don't want to do it.
It kind of seems like now Russ has realized that Jackson is not going to give up no matter what. And that's a big problem for us because I don't actually think he has $20,000 to give Jackson once he wins.
Get on your belly and crawl. If you beg for the baby tour, it'll go much easier.
You're not begging, Russ.
But you're not doing it, though.
I'm doing what you're saying.
Jackson, you got to try to do these things.
I am.
Then if you can't do it, then you need to go lighter and go with the baby tour.
Not doing that, Russ.
But you're not doing the big boy tour.
Am I not right now?
Come on, let's go faster. Faster. If I have to ask you more, I'm just going to pull the show. Do you want to beg for the baby tour?
No.
All right, I'm done. We'll get your deposit back. I'll get you everything you need.
Wait, do you think he's pulling it right now?
Yeah.
What?
I'll do the baby tour, Russ.
Beg and plead for it.
Russ, please give me the baby tour, Russ. Please, Russ.
You need it, don't you?
I need it, Russ. I need the baby tour.
It turns out the baby tour is actually the exact same as the big boy tour. It's exercises in Russ's front yard. Or maybe because Jackson wasn't giving up, Russ felt like he was losing his power to Jackson.
This is not fun for me.
Which means he's that much more likely to get pizza with us.
Russ, what did I say about my hair?
What about it?
I can't have you touching my hair. It's part of my, like, literally only me and my family can touch my hair.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was just putting tape on.
Give me a second, I did.
At this moment, Jackson got down on his hands and knees and started praying. And yeah, this wasn't actually planned. Yeah, we were very confused when he did this.
Dude, what the heck? Is he praying? What's he doing?
And this lasted for, I'm literally not joking, 45 minutes.
I'm actually surprised Russ is putting up with it this much.
For this long.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of white paint on your hair. What does that mean now?
Like, inanimate objects are generally fine.
Right.
Whatever Jackson did, though, with this weird praying stunt, it's looking like it's working because, I mean, Russ is completely powerless now, and I mean, he doesn't even know what's real anymore.
Is that lightning? Huh? You see lightning?
That was your...
Oh, my headband? Is that on?
It's flashing.
Why is it not going off?
I think this was the moment that Russ completely broke. He put his phone in his pocket, took out a hose, and just sprayed it right in Jackson's face.
Gonna have to go audio for a moment.
Okay, stop. Okay.
But no, he put it on he put me on full blast and shot it directly into my nose.
Really?
Directly into my nose.
But just to make Russ even more mad, Jackson would not say the safe words to give up.
All right, say the words.
Can't say the words.
All right, I'm done then. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Pulling the plug.
Ben! He ended the live.
What?
He ended the live.
So that means I'm probably going to get an Uber request soon. Sick.
So look who the Uber driver is.
I thought it looked familiar when I came back here. I was like, this looks very familiar.
You guys know each other?
Oh, he's a massive hater, man. Massive hater.
I'm sorry, I didn't know, man.
Don't worry about it, man. That's all right. Not your fault.
Now that I'm legally on Russ's property, I pulled out my phone and ordered pizza from DoorDash.
We'll talk to you later,
We
man.
have a DoorDash delivery for Russ Mckamey slices of pizza.
This guy.
Another hater.
I just moved here. I had no idea you lived here.
Off the property. Hey, you guys watching right now? Call 911.
It's legally binding that you have to take the pizza with us. We can sit right here.
For all of you guys watching that think the plan's not going the best right now, well, just know that we always have a plan B to turn everything around. You see, before Jackson even showed up to Mckamey Manor, Russ was pretty much begging him to pick him up some Burger King. So, we purposely sent Jackson in without the Burger King.
Didn't get the Burger King.
I was in the line, I left it in the Uber.
You left my Burger King in the Uber.
Now that we know exactly what Russ wants, Danny pulled out his phone to make a very special DoorDash delivery himself.
The address says 12. Listen to me, Burger King guy, all you guys off the property now.
Are you at DoorDash too?
Off the property.
Wait, so I'm delivering the pizzas that he has to have.
Yeah, somebody DoorDash Burger King here. Are you DoorDash?
What's going on?
Wow. I didn't know Russ took my video this seriously when I said that if he eats pizza with us, it'll take down Mckamey Manor. But as you can see, he's really scared of this pizza.
Off the property. Off the property. Off the property. Off the property. Off the property.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the contract it says we're allowed on the property.
Then take it to court then. Off the property.
You should read the contract.
Are you sure you don't want this?
No, I don't want that.
But we're not doing anything illegal.
Off my property. You're off my property.
Ben, he's not understanding the contract.
Just pull over. I don't know. Dang, dude.
That's so funny.
Why are there so many
Get
cops
the fuck
coming?
out of here. Get out of here.
Did the world's scariest haunted house scare you?
Definitely fucking not.
You might think, because we didn't get pizza with Russ, we failed. But I would actually argue the exact opposite. You see, when Jackson didn't give up, it completely broke Russ. And now, Russ has no clue what to do. So, the next time we ask Russ for pizza, he might have a completely different answer.
Is that Jackson guy part of this thing? I don't know. I think that Jackson guy was a part of it. I think that Jackson guy was part of it. Are you guys seeing this? Beg right now for that baby tour. You need it.
Begging for the baby tour.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jackson was part of this whole thing here. Yeah, they're driving Ubers specifically to come here. Can you believe that? What a waste of a day.
Cheers, guys, to exposing Mckamey Manor and getting the truth out there.
Anyways, we went back to Walmart to return all of the nonsense props that Russ had Jackson buy for his tour.
We just wanted to ask when you're down to get pizza with us.
Smart.
Anything else? Well, you did sign a contract that said you would get pizza with us.
Well, we haven't taken Russ's blackmail capabilities away from him yet. He still feels powerful enough to reject our pizza. So, I guess it's time to send in one more secret agent, Burger King guy.
Listen to me, Burger King guy.
And how the heck are we going to sign up Burger King guy from Mckamey Manor? Well, I actually thought of a genius way to distract Russ, so he doesn't even see who signs up next week. To do this, I decided to hack the official Mckamey Manor Twitter account while I was on the Lightweights podcast.
Welcome back to the Lightweights podcast. Today we have Reckless Ben and Danny Burke.
I asked the host if he was chill with me hacking into Mckamey Manor's Twitter page. That'd be cool.
Don't do it here.
Yeah,
No, I don't want to be involved in that.
Stop, Ben. He was really freaked out.
Danny thinks this is all just a joke, but it's not a joke. It's going to be the perfect distraction. And I successfully got in. What's up, guys? We're on the Lightweights podcast, and we just hacked into Mckamey Manor's Twitter. We'll give you your Twitter back as long as you agree to get pizza with us. You guys are thinking, okay, Ben, by this point, I know all your secrets. Just like at the beginning of the video, when you pretended like you hacked Russ's phone.
You hack into my phone?
I don't know. I just learned coding last night.
You don't actually know how to hack, Ben. This is just a mind game also. But you guys are all wrong. Yeah, this one's actually not a mind game, though. We actually did get hackers to hack into his Twitter. I think it's verifiable, actually. You can look it up on your phone, and everyone watching can look it up, too. Yep. The fact that we legitimately hacked Mckamey Manor's actual Twitter account was enough of a distraction where they didn't even recognize that they'd seen Burger King guy before.
Kind of think of this like an Indiana Jones ride on steroids. You're doing a lot of adventurous kind of stuff.
That sounds epic.
But I'll let you guys in on a little secret that Russ doesn't know. We didn't actually hack into his Twitter. This is the part of the video now where we come out and we say, oh, we didn't actually hack Russ's Twitter. This is all a mind game, where we said it wasn't a mind game, but that was the mind game. It was us saying it's not a mind game, and that's the actual mind game, you know what I mean? So it all started 3 years ago, the day my friends and I decided to throw the craziest party of all time. One of the guys who happened to show up is actually the guy that Russ put in charge to run the Mckamey Manor Twitter for him.
I ran their Twitter for him.
And I guess he had so much fun at this party that he's now turned to the Reckless Ben side.
Dude, I'll never forget. I still have asbestos in my lungs, bro.
Yeah, well, you went to that?
I was there, dude.
Oh. But anyways, as Nathan continued talking to Russ, it was pretty clear that Russ is pretty embarrassed that his last 3 contestants couldn't give up.
Beg right now for that baby tour. You need it.
Begging for the baby tour.
Say the words.
Can't say the words.
I'm done. I give up.
Unless you're an idiot like Ben or Danny or Jackson, those guys, if that's the situation, then you'll be kicked out, right? So
it seems like what he's really looking for is a contestant that's going to give up right away so he can feel powerful again. And that way, he won't have to get pizza with us.
you got to promise me that when things get to be too difficult, that you say it's over. I don't want you to push yourself beyond, and if you feel like it's too much, you have to say it's over. Don't continue on. You have to be smart enough to say that you can't go on.
Right.
And I mean, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
I mean, say it right now. Russ, I know I'm gonna fail. Are you okay with that? And do I have your word that when things get too difficult, you'll
Yeah.
So it looks like the ideal contestant for Mckamey Manor is someone who's not willing to push themselves and quit the second it gets hard, which is the exact character that Nathan's playing just so he gets chosen. Anyways, it's finally time for Nathan to go through Mckamey Manor. You ready, Nathan?
Hell yeah, dude.
Russ took an extra step in case Danny and I decide to show up again. He actually changed locations to Huntsville, Alabama, a secret spot that he thinks Danny and I would never be able to find. But obviously he told Nathan, and then Nathan just told us, so now we know.
The plan's finally gonna work. We have the most foolproof plan this time.
So we sent him in. I was nonstop refreshing the Mckamey Manor page, waiting for a live stream to start. And then we got a phone call.
Where's he at?
Not fucking there.
Russ's van wasn't in the parking lot.
It was not. And then I even walked around a bit and around the trail itself.
What if this whole thing is like, oh, well, he couldn't find me, so he can't do the manor?
That's what I feel like he's fucking doing.
But then Mckamey Manor's live stream actually started.
I'm in kind of a shady area, so I need to find me.
So Russ is hiding from Nathan, and I think it's because he's scared. You see, when Jackson didn't give up on his exercises, it made Russ look weak, like his manor wasn't strong enough to break even Jackson.
Beg right now for that baby tour. You need it.
So now, if Russ sends Nathan on an impossible scavenger hunt, it'll make Russ look powerful again, putting him back in a position where he feels like he'll never have to get pizza with us.
It's gonna be straight to the show. He's gotta locate me though. He's gotta find us. I'm over at the second location. He's gonna have to follow directions. And it's like a little treasure map. I hope he's good with maps. I hope he's good with following directions. Because it's gonna be a good show if he can get to us.
We gotta go on a scavenger hunt to find Russ. If he's not at the park, that's the first clue. We need to find out where Russ actually is and show up there. Let's hack into his metadata, find out where he's at. And
once we extracted all the metadata from Russ's live stream, we sent Nathan to Russ's actual location. Before we showed up, I thought we might be catching Russ off guard because Russ probably didn't expect him to complete the scavenger hunt. So I gave Nathan a spy watch to record his experience.
okay, put this on Nathan.
Off the property now.
I'm confused.
Off the property now.
Why would I leave?
Off the property now.
I did all this for nothing?
Off my property. Off the property now.
I'm just doing what you said to do.
Off the property now.
I'm so confused.
Off the property now.
It was obvious that Nathan had totally outsmarted Russ. I mean, Russ didn't even plan for what to do if Nathan somehow beat his scavenger hunt.
Off the property now.
So because Russ doesn't have a plan, looks like I'm going to have to fill in the gaps. But it's actually going to be pretty easy. If you watched the last video, I actually bought Mckamey Manor's company from them, and I am the legal CEO of Mckamey Manor. So I decided to show up, and because I'm the boss now, I decided to put Burger King guy through Mckamey Manor myself.
Call 911. 911. Call the police quick. Police have been called. You guys are going to be arrested. You understand that, right?
Russ was saying that we were right about to be arrested, but I honestly didn't really know whether to believe him or not because 90% of everything he says is just a lie. But then a police officer actually showed up.
Why is this guy filming?
Is there a problem though? Or?
I think I'm gonna have to arrest you.
Really?
Yeah.
At this moment, every single person in Russ's live stream comments starts saying, Russ, that's not an actual police officer. That's Danny. Get him arrested right now because he's impersonating a cop. Yeah, all of Russ's fans are crazy. Do you really think Danny would do something as stupid as impersonating a cop?
Really? Arresting you for being too sexy? Woo! I am not a cop. That's illegal. I'm a stripper.
Off the property now. Off the property now.
So, despite all the delays, Mckamey Manor continued to run as usual. Or maybe that's just what we want Russ to think, because everything might not just be as it seems. I'm pretty sure at least you guys have caught on by now that Nathan is not actually doing Mckamey Manor. Russ said he could do it this week, but if you guys remember, Russ isn't the owner anymore. I'm the owner. And if you look at the legal Mckamey Manor paperwork, I actually hired Nathan to be an actor for Mckamey Manor. So if Nathan's just an actor I hired and he's not going through it, well, who else is there? I mean, there's Danny, but he's also the stripper I hired. So if we take everyone here and use the process of elimination, it becomes very clear who this week's Mckamey Manor contestant is. The person going through Mckamey Manor is Russ. And I know what your guys' first immediate reaction is going to be, which is, that's impossible, Ben. Russ claims all the time that he would never go through Mckamey Manor himself.
Don't get me wrong, you would never see me do this kind of hunt because I have fears that are back there. You know, I built it around what scares me.
Well, looks like I just accomplished the impossible, because if you look at the legal contestant agreement that Russ signed, it says that
if at any point in your tour, when you feel like you've reached your limit and can't take it anymore, you can signal you want the tour to end by taking one bite of pizza.
For everyone that's thinking, Ben, that's not fair. You just tricked Russ into doing Mckamey Manor. He didn't really want to do it. Well, every single person who's ever done Mckamey Manor has gotten tricked into doing it.
I don't care how much you watch or learn. It is not enough to prepare you for this. I don't even think that thing online ever happened.
So at this point, I think it's pretty fair to say that getting tricked into doing Mckamey Manor is just a part of the Mckamey Manor experience.
You're going to get such an easy little tour.
Plus, I mean, we made it very easy for him. If he wants it to stop at any time, all he has to do is eat one bite of pizza, which we've made very easy for him because we sent out Lydia covered in pizza.
Hi, Russ.
I mean, Russ wants this. He's purposely choosing not to do his safe action, so I guess it's time to start Russ's haunted house experience. We wanted to give him a good haunted house experience, but at the same time, we were also a little scared that like the actual cops were going to show up, and I don't want to lose my business the first day I have it running.
Should we just head out before the cops get here maybe, and then that way...
Why don't you stay here? Why don't you stay there and talk to him?
It's your car.
Yeah, we decided it was probably best if we left before getting arrested. But right as Nathan turned on the car, this happened.
Well, you just turn it on, or what happened? Dude, I literally just turned it on.
Well, at least you'll be here when the police get here.
Yeah, out of all of the times our car could have broken down, it had to be right now. So immediately, Burger King guy called a mechanic and told him to get here before the cops arrive. And now it's just a race of who shows up first.
Somebody call a mechanic?
Yeah, dude, my car, when I turned it on, it just started smoking.
Mechanic! Oh, mechanic's here.
And I don't know what,
Wow,
I don't know what happened. Like, do you smell it? The burning?
Might be the alternator.
Yeah, the mechanic is Jackson, last week's secret agent.
Russ, please give me the baby tour, Russ.
You need it, don't you?
It was all misdirection. The haunted house never ended. The car never broke down. We just got a smoke bomb and threw it underneath to give it a cool smoking effect. Just like I said before, until Russ does his safe action, Mckamey Manor will continue no matter what.
Whole gang is here, isn't that cute?
But this is where the real fun starts. You see, Mckamey Manor makes every single show specific to the person going through.
Be warned, if you come to Mckamey Manor, we're going to make your tour personal. Every single tour is different. We're going to find out about you. We're going to talk to your family, your friends.
Russ's biggest fear in the entire world is that he's going to lose his haunted house. And right now, that's exactly what he's experiencing.
20 burpees.
There's nothing wrong with the car, Karen.
Russ was watching the haunted house he built get taken away in front of his very eyes, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Off the property, Nathan.
Don't drop it, Nathan.
Nathan, you're trespassing on my property.
Nathan, keep going traffic. Don't stop. Don't stop, Nathan. Oh, you're gonna pay for that now. If you can't make it in here, how are you gonna make it when we get to the real manor?
Our immersive theater experience was starting to terrify Russ.
You're trespassing, Nathan. You are trespassing.
Beg for the sissy tour.
I want the sissy tour, Ben.
You like the sissy tour?
Yes.
You like the sissy tour? Yes, you like the sissy tour.
You need to stop, Nathan.
We're gonna pull this thing right now. We will pull this right now. Tell them not to come here.
Guys, please don't come here.
And eventually, we scared Russ so bad that he was finally ready for his haunted house experience to end. But instead of doing the safe action like we agreed upon, he had to get the cops to pull him out.
Oh shoot, the cops are here.
Obviously, I don't want the police to arrest me for torturing this guy.
Yeah, you like that? You like that?
Boy.
At the end of the day, though, I guess a lot of contestants that leave Mckamey Manor actually end up going to the cops because Mckamey Manor was too rough on them.
I want this man to be in prison.
Which I guess is exactly what's happening to Russ right now. I mean, Russ has always gotten away with it when he was in charge of Mckamey Manor, so I'm just going to use the same excuse that Russ has always used.
Obviously, we're at Mckamey Manor. I'm the legal owner. We are giving our contestant a show, which is...
The cops heard what I said, but they were kind of confused on why Russ would want to put himself through such a scary situation.
We
just didn't get called out here. Just get called out here. I'm assuming, right? Okay.
Well, it's because we hypnotized him to think that like things are going on. There's like hypnosis that goes on in the Mckamey Manor also. And
are you hypnotized?
No.
Russ's old excuses for how he gets out of trouble were working perfectly for me.
Now they're not authorized to be here any longer. They're way shape before.
Well, we have paperwork that says we are authorized to be here.
Paperwork got all fake people.
Russ's mind is obviously still trapped in this fake reality. But I think we can pull him out, though, by just showing him the paperwork he signed that, Russ, this is all just a haunted house. You signed up for this.
It says right here in the contract, actually, if you want to see this contract. The safe phrase was he takes one bite of pizza.
And then I gave the police the paperwork so they could see for themselves that it is 100% real.
This is like the IRS documents and stuff. And everything's filed legally.
Is the IRS here?
Call them up.
I think the IRS will come out here on Saturday.
Oh, we can try.
On the weekend.
We can try.
Look, guys, they don't want you here. Okay. Y'all can just go.
But even though we have the legal paperwork?
I understand what you're saying. Owners. I don't care what that says, really. I'm not going to be honest with you, okay? IRS, whatever.
No real police officer would just say whatever to the rules that the IRS makes. Russ probably hired a second stripper once he saw how awesome the first one was. So to test if this is actually a real police officer or if he's just a stripper, I wanted to see how he would respond if we verified these documents online.
That paperwork's useless, okay?
You can't just verify it online?
Did you know they were coming?
Yeah, he did. He actually invited him out.
He took money from me and everything.
Anyways, the cops are going through our paperwork, page after page, to see that they actually do line up with what the IRS says. So, I guess this was a real cop the whole time. At this moment, Russ has now realized that Mckamey Manor really is the scariest haunted house in the entire world.
They're trying to claim that Mckamey Manor is theirs. Yeah, they're trying to take my business over, I guess.
To be honest, guys, Russ is not going to be able to last much longer in this haunted house.
So they've got an LLC saying they own Mckamey Manor. Yeah, that's insane.
However, Russ knows that there is one way out of this situation.
Hey, Ben and Danny, are you out there watching? I have some pizza here. There it is. So I'm looking at it right now. There it is. All right. So they're obsessed about pizza. Oh, here we go. There, got some ranch dressing over there. So there's our pizza.
Does that count?
On his stream.
Yeah, does that count?
I think it counts!
Russ did the safe action, so with that, his haunted house experience is officially over.
Russ ate the pizza.
Well, I guess we can officially say that Russ now no longer has the power to effectively blackmail anyone. He accepted total defeat when he took that bite of pizza. So fast forward to now. There's currently a hard drive being shipped to my house. But it's not just any hard drive. It's a hard drive that all of the big budget documentaries were competing to get, but none of them were able to get their hands on it. But it's also the same hard drive that anyone who's ever been in possession of it has completely disappeared. And right before the package delivered to my house, I got a phone call.
That man is evil. He might be playing around in his front yard for dog food, but the stuff that he did to people behind closed doors is the problem. This guy is a scumbag, nasty piece of shit, and he's gotten away with it for this long. And every time he stops, he starts right back because he thinks he's untouchable. I don't know, man. He's got to burn. He has to burn. He deserves to burn, man. Like, you're so close, man. You're so close, man. You got everything I had and more. Like, You got the LSD, you got the hard drive, you got everything the hell you needed. I just want this piece of shit to go down, man.
I know every single person watching right now wants proof that this is the actual hard drive. So, well, I guess let's see if my channel disappears now. If you guys want to support the channel and help me take down bad guys like Russ, then follow me on Patreon. Coming up on Patreon soon is the full interview with Rich, the full interview with Kata Silvis, a ton of the behind the scenes of how we actually pulled this off. We even interviewed the 2 stars of the new Mckamey Manor documentary that just came out on Hulu. What goes through Russ's head the moment that he finds out that we have this hard drive?
Russ does not want leaked what's on that hard drive.
Also, make sure to follow all of my friends who played a very important part in us getting this hard drive. And with that, let's take down Mckamey Manor.
This whole hate deal.
We don't hate Mckamey Manor because we're owners. We don't hate the company we own.